The scales are lying to you every single morning. Kind of. So you're trying to build muscle and lose body fat, and you've spent the last few months dieting and training very hard in the gym. You step on the scales, look down, and see that your weight has actually gone up by half a kilo. But the most frustrating thing is this seems to keep happening almost every week. You're making good progress, and then suddenly your weight jumps up again. But hold up, before you throw the scales out the window or refuse to ever eat a carbohydrate again in your life, let me explain what's happening. Because that number that you're seeing on the scales, it doesn't actually tell you if you've lost body fat or built muscle, or just eaten a humongous dinner last night, or you're holding on to more salt than normal, or maybe even that you haven't released your gargantuan morning poo yet. Your body weight can fluctuate 1 to 2 kilos overnight from things like water, food, or glycogen. That is not fat gain. That's just your body doing normal human things. So if you are currently on a mission to lose body fat and build muscle, what you need to know is that when you start doing everything properly, you're in a calorie deficit to lose body fat, and you're also resistance training multiple times a week to build muscle, what you'll end up doing is building muscle and losing body fat simultaneously. But muscle is far denser than body fat, and so the scales may go up, but your body is actually getting stronger, leaner, and fitter. Instead of obsessing over the number on the scales and using that as your only metric to track if you're making progress or not, there are 4 other factors that you should be tracking that are equally as important. The first one is taking progress photos. A workout plan or a diet doesn't last for 4 weeks. It lasts for months and months on end. And so what I like to do and what my clients do is take a progress picture every month. So at the end of a month, you can compare photos to when you first started. And then you can actually physically see if you are making a difference or not. Now, there are some important details when it comes to taking your physique progress picture. Take it under the same lighting and the same exact angle every single month. And keep the same pose every single month. Keep the continuity of the photos the same, and you will easily be able to see if you have built muscle or lost fat. A really important point here is that from month 1 to month 2, there probably won't be that much difference unless you are on a very extreme diet. But it is normally month 3 where you'll start to see a lot of difference, because unfortunately fat loss and building muscle does take time. The second thing you should be tracking is your strength in the gym. Are you making progress with your workouts? And what I mean by this is, are you doing more reps or lifting more weight on the same exercises than you were to begin with? One of the most important principles that you should understand before you start building muscle is progressive overload, increasing the difficulty of an exercise over time because you have gotten stronger. So if you step on the scales and the weight has gone up and you're like, bollocks, I've just gained a load of body fat, and you look at your workout results and you're like, wait a minute, I'm deadlifting 50 kilos more than 5 weeks ago. My bench press has gone up by 20%. I'm overhead pressing more than I was before. Well, then you can tell that a lot of that weight is muscle mass gained. And this is why it's incredibly important to track your workouts and your progress in the gym. The third thing you should be tracking is how your clothes are fitting. Now, this is quite a quirky one, I guess, but actually how your clothes are fitting says a lot about what your body is doing. If your slim fit Zara t-shirt is now feeling really tight around your arms, then I would imagine that you've probably gained some size in your biceps and triceps, which is a positive. If your 30-inch jeans no longer fit around your waist and they fall down, well, then you've clearly lost some body fat. If you have to start wearing a belt with your trousers, you've probably lost some body fat. If your jackets aren't quite fitting around your shoulders and back, then you've probably built some muscle around your traps and delts. Take note of how your clothes are fitting, and if they're getting looser or tighter or baggier, or if you're having to wrap a piece of cord around your waist to keep your jeans up or not, then your body is changing, and this is something that you should take note of. And the fourth and potentially most important thing that you should be tracking is, how do you feel? What I do with a lot of my clients, especially after week 4, the first to second month, where not much physical change happens, is I ask them, how are you feeling? And if they're telling me I've got more energy, I feel stronger, my body feels a little bit tighter, I'm feeling motivated and disciplined, and that I actually want to go to the gym instead of pulling myself out of bed to go. I feel more focused, I feel less irritable, I feel a little bit more confident. All of these things are potentially the most important part of all of this. Losing body fat and building muscle. What is the end goal here? Because the end goal for me and for everyone else, whether they realize it or not, is to feel better. I know that is an umbrella term covering lots of different emotions, but if you are feeling better, then surely you are making progress. And what normally happens if you're feeling a lot better about yourself and also physiologically feeling better, like you've got more energy, better focus, etc., stronger as well, is that actually the physical change will come after that, and quite soon after that. And if you still feel like shit at the end, but you look shredded and lost a ton of body weight, then you probably want to sort something else out in your life. Anyway, I hope this video goes to show that the scales aren't the only thing that you should be tracking, believing and putting all of your faith into, that you're actually making some progress. Track these other 4 things and you'll notice that you're making progress a lot faster and more consistently than you first believed. Hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below if you do track any of these things already, and I'll see you in the next one.